seems to be working just fine today. Awesome. All right, so we'll get started. So we'll start seated today, taking just a couple breaths. You can sit kneeling or cross-legged. Create some length in your back, relax the shoulders, a few big inhales and exhales. And starting with a little stretch for our back, taking your hands up toward the ceiling, big inhale, heart lifting high up over that front waistband. As you exhale or take a gentle twist, taking one hand behind you, reaching for that opposite knee, looking over that back shoulder. That feels good this morning. And then taking it to the other side, inhale, reaching up, exhale, twist the other way, continuing to breathe. And release your twist. Let's come to laying down, bending your knees so that they're pointed up to the ceiling, feet together, hip distance apart, and then taking your hands toward the back of your legs. So provide a little bit of support and resistance. Inhale, as you exhale, you're gonna start to roll down. So you wanna feel a scoop in your stomach, pulling your belly button in, rolling down, tailbone, lower back, mid back, coming down as far as you can, kind of length of your arms, keeping that soft double chin. Take an inhale here, expanding the ribcage out to the side. Exhale, squeeze belly button spine and roll up head, neck, upper back, mid back, and lower. Inhale, create a little bit of length, and then exhale, peeling back down. So again, you don't have to come down all the way. Holding onto your legs for support, something to pull against as you draw those abdominal muscles in. Inhale, exhale, rolling back up. Try to keep your feet planted down on the ground. A little hug through those inner thighs, even if those legs are separated. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Inhale, exhale, peeling back up. Do this 2 more times, rolling down part way. And length of your arms, keeping those shoulders plugged in. Continue to scoop and then inhale, hold. Exhale, roll back up. Last time rolling down, we'll roll all the way down. Tailbone, lower back, mid back, upper back, neck, and head. And you can release those legs, placing your arms down onto the ground. Working down through those lower abs, legs are going to extend out, pointing those toes. And then starting to draw those knees back in. Pressing that lower back firmly against the ground. Reaching from right behind the belly button, right above the spine. Reach out through those toes. And then draw those knees back in. You can stop with those knees, feet on the floor, over hips, maybe pulling them in a little bit closer before pressing back out again. Arms down at your side. Pressing the palms, the back of the arms, help spread shoulder blades, back of your rib cage against the floor. On this last one, we're going to hold those knees in tabletop. Slightly separate your feet, so knees are about hip distance apart. And then we'll take one toe down at a time and pedaling out those legs so that thigh bone presses away. Movement in the front of the hip. Keep tapping those toes down. Switch, switch, switch. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet back into tabletop. We're going to roll up head, neck, and shoulder blades. Hands can come behind your head to support the neck. Head resting in your hands, reaching out with those elbows, looking toward your front waistband. And we'll go back to those little toe taps. Pressing that tailbone and lower back down and warming up those deeper core muscles. Keeping your tailbone on the ground. 8, 7, 6, one. Toes are gonna tap down, head lowers down. And then as you roll up head, neck, and shoulder blades, knees are gonna come to your nose to knees, rounding the back. Inhale, toes come down, tailbone down, head close to the floor. Feel that scoop. And lower. Halfway there. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Feet come down to the ground. You can get those legs a little hug in toward you. So a nice gentle warm up for those abdominal muscles. From here, let's roll on up, stand on up. So facing forward, we're gonna take our legs out wider than the hips, coming into a side lunge, kind of like a one-leg squat. One leg's gonna bend, other leg's gonna stay straight. Sending those hips back behind you, keeping them as level as possible. Inhale, bending one knee, sending tailbone back and down. Exhale, press to that outer hip and thigh to come back to standing. Your other leg stays straight, reaching down to that outer heel, that pinky toe. So inhale, side lunge. Exhale, press up. Feeling that little lift from the inside of the legs, scooping up through those lower abs. Big push from your heel, and that pinky toe side of your foot. That's how you'll feel it in that outer hip and thigh. Arms, they can move with you, stay on your hips, stay at your side, however helps you move and balance. That other leg, making sure you're not rolling into the arch of the foot, reaching down to that outer heel, about halfway there. Last 8, 7, sending that hip behind the knee. 6, 5, press up. 4, 3, last 2, one last one, coming down and up, and then we'll come back down to pulse, sending those hips back, pressing through the heel. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay low. See if you can hover up your heel and pulse from the toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can drop that heel, pressing all the way back up. We're going to start to shift our weight onto our other leg. As you come up from your side lunge, coming up toward that big toe. Might even get a little bit of a hover in the air. Stepping side, press up. A few more like this. Outer hip turns on to keep you from falling all the way over. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Come back down into that side lunge. Now you're going to turn your other foot, toes reach up to the ceiling, flexing your foot. You're going to go toward that leg. Swing this arm around, have a little curve of the hips. Lift your back heel and lunge forward, long flat back. Then reversing that, arm sweeps, turning your knees to face forward, toes up to the ceiling, get down nice and low. From that outer hip, and lunge to the side, turning your face forward, coming down. Follow those toes, back heel lifts, hinging over long flat back. Sweep to get back low. Last couple ones, and we'll stay in our lunge. Last 3. 2, and final one. Stay here in your lunge. Pressing down that front heel, that's our balancing leg. Back knee's gonna come forward, lifting up to balance. Like to take those arms up, and then taking those arms back to help hinge over that front leg. Just a couple like this, and then we'll come down to the ground. Pressing up from the heel, feel that hammy turn on the back of your leg. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Lunge, lift, and then step it back. Back knee comes down, front knee comes forward. Use your hands to help bring yourself to the ground. And then we'll take that leg that's in front and reach it all the way back. So you're in that hands and knees, all fours position. Little lift up in that front waist bend, keep that lower back supported. And then our leg that's reaching out, you're gonna tap it out to the side and pull back behind the hip. Reaching out, rotating knee and toes to face the side of the room. And then rotating knee and toes to face back to the ground. 6, 5, 4, 3, straight leg, strong behind the knee. 2, and last one, tap it side, lift it back. Bringing those knees together, you can take a child's pose or a quick stretch here. Then we're gonna come onto our side, face forward. Bringing your forearm down to the ground, bending that opposite leg so that you can rest onto that outer hip thigh. Lots of lift in your bottom waist so you don't start to sink down into your rib cage, into your shoulder, lifting through that waistline. Other leg extends out, reaching out through that little toe. Holding those hips in place, you can use your hand on your hips or in front of you and reach that leg up and have a high diagonal, watching that you're not crunching hip to ribs. You can come up higher, but usually that means you're sinking or crunching. So body stays same, just that leg moving. Sweep it up and take it out. Sweep and squeeze back, turning on that glute, pulling that heel a little further back behind you when you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Legs gonna lower to the ground. Let's roll onto the back. Knee stays bent, heeling all the way down. Extending our leg up toward the ceiling. Keeping those hips in place. Lower back down to the ground. Hips stay down, both sitting bones, tailbone. Head down for this first round. Stretching that leg out from the hip, especially on the way down. Feel that reach. Controlling it up, down, both directions. Final 3, 2. Last one like this. Now as that leg lifts, we're gonna reach for that leg, holding on to the back of the thigh. Maybe you can reach up a little bit higher on that calf or ankle. Feel a little scoop in your stomach to hold here, plug those shoulders in. Bottom leg is gonna extend out either on the ground or slightly lifted. Bend that knee back in and then roll down, letting that leg lower too. So rise up, belly scoops in to help hold. Leg extends out. Bend the knee and peel back down. A real bend in that leg that you're holding onto. Maintaining most of that squeeze from the center of the torso. Pull those front ribs together, drawing belly button in. Reach up, hold. Leg extends out, a little balance. Comes down and peel down. Stretch out, bend the knee. Got 3 more. Roll up, belly pulls in. Leg extends out, bend the knee, lower, last 2. And final one like this. Stomach squeeze, hold up balance, bend the knee, and lower all the way down. From here, and take that leg back toward the ceiling. This time as it lowers, instead of going straight down, reach into that pinky toe side of the foot, take it down on a diagonal, and back up toward the ceiling. A little bit harder to hold that other hip in place. Press to the back of the arms. Don't let those shoulders shrug. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Leg lowers on diagonal, lifts all the way back up. And then coming into a bridge, you're already set up. One knee is bent, pressing that heel. Other leg lifted, you can bend that knee too. Inhale as you exhale, rolling up those hips. Inhale, peel right back down. Try to roll up as evenly as you can through both sides of the back. Those hips lift together, reach up through those toes, that leg's extended, peel down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hips lower all the way down, back to those diagonal kicks. Lower, sweep up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees bend, both of them. Give them a little hug in toward you. And then bringing them into tabletop. So shins parallel to the ground or close to it. Hands come behind your head. Rolling up head, neck, and shoulder blades. Feeling that scoop down through the center of the stomach. Back is wider, abdominal muscles pulled in. Inhale as you exhale and take elbow to opposite knee. Twisting right around the center of your torso. Squeeze that breath up. Inhale, center. Exhale the other way. Head resting in your hands. Feel that pull from your elbow, tricep, picking up one shoulder blade a little bit higher. Back to center. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Give those knees a hug in toward the chest, rock side to side. And then we'll roll ourselves back up to standing. Turning back to face forward and legs wider than hips. Back to our side lunge, other knee's gonna bend. Inhale, lower, sending those hips back. Push from that outer hip and thigh. Come back to standing. Other leg that stays straight, still reaching at that outer heel. Pinky toe side of the foot, so you're not rolling into that arch. Inhale down. Exhale, press up. Sending that hip back behind the knee. So you slide to the side. Kind of keep shoulders facing forward so that you're not twisting. Almost there, we'll count down. And coming into those pulses. 8, 7, push up. 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2 full ones. Inhale down, exhale, press up. Last one, coming down, pressing up. And then let's come down, send those hips back, tailbone down, chest lifted, and pulse for 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. Lift your heel on the toes and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Drop your heel. We're going to come back with a little bit more balance on our other leg into that side lunge. And then as you push up, coming onto that big toe, or step side lunge, come up, little balance. So the outer hip has to brace, turn on to keep you from falling over. Inhale down, exhale up. Side lunge, push up, balance, work through that foot, pointing those toes. Last 2. Last one. Coming back to lunge. Now the other toes that are facing forward or close to it, turn up to the ceiling, same with your knee. Your bent leg, that arm is gonna reach all the way around, turning your hips, turning your torso. Lunging back, heel lifts, hinge forward, long flat back. And then same arm is gonna sweep, bringing you back to how we started. Pushing from your outer hip, lunge, back heel lifts, hinge forward, lifting up, getting nice and low. Push and lunge. Push, leg straightens, get low. Following those toes. Last couple ones, and then we'll hold that lunge. Final round here. Turning to face to the side. You're in your lunge. Leg in back is going to hold the knee forward. Leg in front that's bent is going to straighten. I'll take those hands up, crown the head to the ceiling, and then step back and hinge. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, step back. Four more, and then we're through. Press up through the heel. Lunge. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Lift. Step it all the way back. And coming down to the ground. So bend those knees, hands down for support. And that leg that's in front, foot that's in front is going to brush back behind you. Squaring those hips. Little lift in the stomach, that front waistband. Our extended legs and reach out to the side. Big toe taps the floor. And then sweep that leg back behind the hip and shoulder. Tap side. Lift back. Stretching out through the toes, strong leg. Working the hip to rotate. And the waist to help bring that leg all the way around. And back behind you. Almost there. Last 4. Not on our hands long today. 3, 2. Final 1. Reach it side, tap down, and lift back. Bring those knees in. Take a stretch. And turning to face forward to come onto our side. Getting in our second side, sitting onto the hip. Working our weights to lift up your hip bone, waist, rib cage, pushing up from that forearm. Leg extends out, reaching out from that outer hip thigh, little toe. Stack those hips, pulling front and center. Opposite hand can be on your hip, in front of you, whatever helps you balance. And that leg is going to reach forward, up, knee and toes rotate toward the ceiling. And then bring it back. Remember not to go too far to where you feel like you're sinking or crunching. So holding the waistline long, hips in place to sweep that leg. Pulling back, a little squeeze of the heel, the back of the leg as it comes behind you. 8, 7, squeeze back, 6, 5, 4, squeeze back, last 3, 2, last Last one. Sweep it back. Leg can lower. Lay down onto your back. Knee pointed up to the ceiling. Peel it down. Pelvis level on the ground. Arms at your side. Making sure those shoulders stay soft in front. Lifting up the leg. Nothing else is going to move. Hips stay in place. Nice long abdominal wall. Sweeping that leg up and down. Reaching out through the toes. Extending that leg from the hip. Sweep up and lower. Last 4. 3. 2. Final 1. Sweep up. Leg lowers. Now as that leg comes up, we're going to reach for the leg, rolling up head, neck, shoulder blades, reaching for the back of the thigh, calf, wherever you can hold. Belly scoops into balance, support you, pull those shoulders down. Extend out the other leg, it can be on the ground or lifted. Bend that knee back in, straight leg lowers, and peel back down. So you got that lift coming up. Inhale, extending out. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, peel back down. Exhale, scoop, lift. Inhale, other leg reaches for that little moment of balance. Bend the knee, peel back down. Take it all the way up. Leg extends out. Bend the knee and lower. Sweep up. Leg extends. Bend the knee and lower. Scoop as you inhale. Yes, looking good. Final round. Lift it up. Hold. Extend out. Inhale. Exhale, knee bends and peel it down. Leg sweeps up to the ceiling and lowers. Four more. 4. 3. 2. Last one, hold that leg up. I'm going to take it down on a diagonal, so getting heavy into that little toe side of the foot. Leg lowers on a diagonal, try to keep that opposite hip in place. And back up. Down and sweep. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Arms still at your side. We're setting up for a bridge. You're pretty much already set up for a bridge. Other leg can soften, bend. If you can keep it straight, reach out through those toes. Inhale, exhale, roll those hips up. Press to the heels, squeeze in the backside. Inhale, peel down. Lift and lower. Little push to the palms of the back of the arms. Concentrate on the hips lifting. Chest staying down away from your chin. The weights across the upper back, not the head or neck. Couple more to go. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Roll it down, leg back out on a diagonal. Sweep back up toward the ceiling. Final 4. 3. 2. And 1. Bend that knee in. Both feet are going to come to the tabletop. Shins parallel to the ground. Take those hands behind your head, rolling up head, neck, shoulder blades, belly button scooped in, elbow to opposite knee. Feel that twist, that spiral right around the belly button. Inhale back, exhale the other way. Elbow to opposite knee, twist, toes extend out. Back to center. Reaching with the elbow tricep, shoulder blade lifts a little bit higher. Head resting in your hands, so softly the neck, the front of the throat. Twist, squeeze, wringing out in the core. Inhale, center, holding those hips in place. Counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give those knees a hug. And then rolling up to flip on over. We're going to come into, a lot of times when we're on our back, that diamond shape with our legs, but rolling all the way onto our stomach. So as you come down, you want to feel some stretch between your ribs and hips. So just kind of inching your rib cage forward. You can create a little pillow for your head, looking to the side or looking straight down, whatever's most comfortable for your neck, for your shoulders. And then our feet come together, our knees bend. Feet come up to the ceiling. So the arches touching, heels. And then we're gonna lift our knees up, our thigh bones up, toes to the ceiling. So head lowers down, so there's a little less arch in the spine. Toes lift, feel that glute squeeze, and lower. Squeeze. Knees are a little bit wider than your hips, but kind of inside mat distance if you're on a mat. Lift and lower. Squeeze to come up, release to come down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, get a little squeeze lift, knees hovering off the ground. Legs are going to extend out and tap together. And your feet come together and lift up maybe a little higher. Almost like a pulsing motion. Toes to the ceiling, lifting the back of the thighs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees together, lower those legs, tucking those toes underneath you. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. We're gonna come into a forearm plank. Tailbone can go straight back so that you're balancing on your knees, or extend those legs, press to the heels to come up into that full version. If you can come to your toes, we're gonna do a little rocking motion, pressing forward, and then sending those heels back. You have your spine kind of sliding, round head forward, tailbone back behind you. If you're on your knees, you can do the same motion. Hips are lift slightly as you slide back and slide forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Holding your forearm plank, knees down or all the way up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees. Take a stretch. And coming down onto our side, this time coming all the way down. So instead of being on your forearm, you have to bend that elbow forward, creating a little pillow for my head so it's in line with the rest of the body. Or if you feel more comfortable, head can rest in your hand. We're going to take our knees bent about 90 degrees. So make sure those hips are stacked, that you're not crunching in that front waistband. Maybe mine are a little bit lower. Top hip is going to kind of push away from your shoulder. So you create a little kind of lift, little air bubble. It's my fingertips reaching from behind underneath the side of your torso. Top leg is going to lift up and lower. So lifting from the outer hip, outer knee, outer ankle, feet separate, come back down. Lift, lower. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Get ready to hold that leg up. And 3, 2. Last one, hold that leg up. Now we're going to extend from the knee. Kick that leg out. Bend back in. So leg slightly lifted, like in a squat. You have some space between the legs. Extend that leg forward. And then curl back. Counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Final part here for this leg. Extend it up forward. Toes are going to tap and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee in, give it a little rest, and then rolling the face up to the ceiling, rolling onto your back. Legs are going to extend all the way out, squeezing, wrapping inner thighs toward each other, pressing the legs back against the ground. Arms coming down to your side, palms down, chest stays soft away from your chin. We're going to extend our leg up toward the ceiling, bend the knee in, bring it back down. So first leg reaches up, knee bends in and lower. Other leg sweep up, bend in and lower. You can keep alternating if you want to do both legs at once. Legs are going to sweep up to the ceiling, bend the knees in, and send them back out. A big sweeping kick. If you're having trouble with your lower back, you can lift up head, neck, and shoulder blades. That's going to keep a little bit more of that scoop in the stomach, helping to keep your lower back from arching off the ground. So that's a good option. You feel a little pinching back there. Couple more, one leg at a time, both legs together, head up or head down. Last 4, 3, 2, final 1. Sweep those legs up, hug those knees in. Little scoop in the stomach, tuck of the chin. We're going to start to rock forward and backwards. Keeping as much that rounded back, wide back rib cage as you can. It's a hard one to talk and do. One more time, rolling on up onto those sitting bones. Let's swing those legs to the other side. So you can lay down and still face forward. Coming down, resting your head up. Hi. Can you just leave them out here? I'm in the middle of the video. Thank you. All right, that's a first. Good guard dogs. All right, guys, sorry. Let's finish the other side. Come here, Clark. Come on down. All right, knees bent. Yeah, good guard dog. Lifting up that top leg. Just packages. Outer hip, outer thigh. Getting ready to hold that leg up. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, one, leg hovers up, right in line with that top hip. Extend up from the knee, bend back in. Stretch out and bend. Working our hip and thigh to hold it up. Feel that reach to the quad, the toes, and that hug in the hamstring. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and the good part, coming up into, hold that leg straight. Last one, tap and lift. That's where I get that good burn. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee back in, give it a little rest stretch. Roll onto your back. Sending those legs back out. Arms at your side. Give you the option to lift the head too. So we're going to kind of reverse what we did before. Instead of our legs going up, bending in, going out, opposite. Knee bends in, stretch to the ceiling, and lower. One leg at a time. Or both legs together. Knees in, legs up, float down. And if that lower back is giving you trouble, you can lift up head, neck, and shoulder blades. Get a little bit of that scoop in the stomach, helping to keep that lower back more supported against the ground. Scoop in, stretch up, and lower. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Draw those knees in, and then rolling forward and back. So get a little momentum with those legs, and then try to hold those legs a little closer to the back of your hamstrings, heels to hips, back of your thighs. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Sit on up. We'll finish in this seated position. So you're on your sitting bones, leaning back a bit to create that V shape. Hands can come behind you, so you have that little kind of push from your palms. Soft bend of those elbows, keeping your chest lifted. So instead of that rounded back with a scooped in stomach, a little bit more length, lower abs lifted down, chest lifted, pulling those shoulders back and down. Lifting up your feet. We're going to take feet knees over to the right, bring them back to center, over to the left, bring it back to center. So you get that stretch on the way down. Squeeze to come up. Last few ones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Give those knees a little hug, squeeze. Let's finish with a quick stretch. Lay on back. Reaching for the outside borders of your feet. Happy baby. Draw those knees down to the side of your rib cage. Should feel really good in that kind of outer hip area. All those leg taps. You can bring those feet together. Feel stretch through the inside of the leg, the inner thigh and hip. Knees out to the side. Bringing your feet down to the ground, arms open out in a T shape. Taking your knees side to side, a little twist. rolling up to come into a forward fold. Knees bent, ribcage resting close to the top of your legs. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Allowing gravity to stretch the crown of the head to the ground. Pedal those legs up, bending one leg then the other. Maybe we'll sway side to side. And inhale, roll on up. You guys, thank you so much for joining in, doing this video with me, doing this live stream with me. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Monday is Memorial Day, so the studio is open, starting with a 7 o'clock class in the morning and finishing after or at the noon. So no evening classes and no early morning class on Monday. And then I'll be doing this live stream video at 10 from home. So you got options there. Okay, have a great weekend.